My father took his own life in 1995, and it was devastating for my brothers and I and his friends and loved ones. He was a huge personality, a fabulous bloke, full of life, hugely encouraging and generous and supportive, and he was a coach to everybody in his life, whether in business or in his personal life. So he left a huge, huge hole. It was scary losing my father. As a son, it kind of throws up a whole bunch of questions for you about, well, what does this mean for me? Obviously, on top of the dramatic loss and hurt and pain, it was quite scary, because I thought, if this is my hero, this is the guy that I felt most like in the world, and if he was capable of that, then I am too, and that was really frightening. The emotions that you go through after an event like this are just incredibly dramatic and raw. At the time, I described it as an emotional roller coaster, and you can be angry, happy, sad, frustrated, guilty, just despairing, and that can happen in a minute. And it just goes, it seems like you will never get over it. It's critical that anybody who is around those people who have lost somebody reaches out to them and asks, "Are you okay?" and keeps checking in on them. Similarly, the people who have lost somebody are sharing what they're going through with people they trust and love, and that they are also looking and asking for help, because the stats show that you are 60% more at risk yourself if you have lost somebody that is very close to you. For anyone who has lost somebody they love or are close to, it's easy to feel like it's going to be a never-ending cycle. You won't get over it. You won't feel good again. There's two things I'd say. First one is, you've got to forgive those people, the person who has taken their own life. Your access to getting over it and getting better is actually to forgive them. And once you've done that, accept that in the short term you'll need to grieve, but you're not going crazy. You do need to do however it is that you go through grief, to trust that and let it happen, but then recognise you will get better and you will get over it. Okay. For a long time after my father died, I wanted to do something that would honour his memory, and he was a guy who was very generous, and he was very much about other people, and he was a huge factor in a lot of people's lives. So the idea of finding something that would honour that memory but was consistent with the kind of guy he was important. Are You OK Day grew out of a project that I started around looking to do something that inspired me and that was altruistic, something that could help other people. And really, suicide prevention seemed an obvious fit. We intentionally chose the strapline of Are You OK Day being a conversation could change a life, because it actually is the one thing that all of us can do to make a real difference. Getting connected, staying connected, is the best thing any of us can do, both for ourselves and for anybody who may be at risk. That said, it's not just about those at risk. We want everybody in Australia, right across the spectrum of society, to just reach out to the people in their lives that they care about and essentially let them know that they do care by asking, "Are you okay?" The stats show that if you can get somebody who is at risk talking about suicide, you actually decrease the chances of them taking their own life. So it is okay to ask, "Are you okay?" And more importantly, it's okay to say, "No, I'm not," because that single conversation could change a life.